The Galactic Academy's survival training course was legendary for breaking even the most confident cadets. When instructor Vexnar announced the final exam, surviving one rotation on the predator moon of Keth 7, a wave of anxiety rippled through the assembled students. "You will be dropped in teams of 5, the insectoid instructor clicked, his mandibles chattering with barely concealed amusement. "Survive until dawn. Use your training. Trust your instincts. Do not die." Jake Morrison stretched in his seat, earning disapproving looks from his Valkyrian teammates. The 4 reptilian aliens had been wary of him since day one. Humans were new to the galactic community, only 15 years since first contact, and their reputation preceded them. "Morrison," hissed Sethrak, the team leader, "this is serious. Keth 7 has Night Stalkers. Shadow Claws. Spine Hunters. Nothing on your soft death world compares." Jake shrugged. "We've got some nasty stuff back home. I'll manage." The dropship deposited them in a clearing as the system's twin suns began their descent. The forest around them pulsed with bioluminescent fungi, casting eerie shadows between massive trees. Somewhere in the distance, something roared, a sound that made Jake's teammates clutch their weapons tighter. "We need high ground," Sethrak decided, his scales shifting to a pale, nervous green. "Defensible position. Now." They found a rocky outcropping an hour later, a natural fortress with good sightlines. The Valkyrians immediately began setting up motion sensors and defensive barriers, their movements efficient but rushed. Jake noticed their hands trembling. "You guys all right?" he asked. 17% mortality rate, muttered Kresh, the team's medic. 17% don't see dawn. Last year, a Thraxian got dragged into a spinehunter nest. They found pieces. As darkness fell completely, the forest transformed. The gentle bioluminescence became a strobing nightmare of movement and shadow. Howls, clicks, and screams echoed from every direction. The Valkyrians huddled together, weapons pointed outward, eyes wide and unblinking. Jake sat with his back against a rock, calmly eating a ration bar. "How are you so calm?" Sethrak demanded. "Do you not understand the danger?" "I understand fine," Jake said. "But panicking doesn't help. My dad used to take me camping in Alaska. You know what he taught me? Fear smells. Predators can sense it." "Primitive superstition," Kresh muttered, but his voice wavered. An hour into the night, the motion sensors screamed. Something massive moved in the tree line, scales glinting, multiple legs carrying a body the size of a truck. A Night Stalker. Jake's teammates froze, their breathing rapid and shallow. The creature circled their position, intelligent eyes reflecting the bioluminescent light. It was testing them, looking for weakness. Jake stood up slowly and locked eyes with the beast. He didn't reach for his weapon. He simply stood there, breathing slowly, making himself bigger. After 30 seconds that felt like hours, the Night Stalker huffed and moved on. "What? How?" Sethrak couldn't form words. "Establishing dominance," Jake explained. "Most predators don't want a real fight. They want easy prey. You show them you're not easy, they usually move on." "Usually." Kresh's voice cracked. "Usually." At midnight, they heard it, a sound that made even Jake's blood run cold. A rhythmic clicking, getting closer. Through his night vision scope, Sethrak spotted them, spine hunters, a pack of 6, moving with terrifying coordination. "We need to move," Sethrak whispered urgently. "Now." "They've found us." "Where?" Jake asked calmly. "Out there in the dark where they have every advantage." "No. We defend here. You don't understand, spine hunters don't give up. They'll wait us out, then." A blood-curdling scream cut him off. One of the hunters had claimed a victim somewhere in the distance, another team, less fortunate. The Valkyrians were on the edge of breaking. Jake could see it in their eyes, the way their weapons shook. They were competent soldiers, but fear was eating them alive. "Listen," Jake said firmly, "I'm going to check something. Stay here." Before they could protest, he grabbed his pack and disappeared into the darkness. "He's insane," Kresh whispered. "Absolutely insane. We're going to die because our human teammate is suicidal." 20 minutes passed. 30. The spine hunters' clicking grew closer, and the Valkyrians prepared for their last stand. Then Jake's voice crackled over their comms, "Found something. You guys should see this." They found him half a kilometer away, sitting cross-legged next to a massive burrow entrance, the unmistakable lair of a spine hunter nest. Except the entrance was decorated with Jake's ration wrappers, arranged in a careful pattern. And Jake was, eating another ration bar. "What are you doing?" Sethrak shrieked as quietly as possible. Jake pointed to the burrow. "Spine hunters are matriarchal. The hunters are out, but the queen is in there with the juveniles. I've been sitting here for 30 minutes, making noise, eating, being obvious. Why aren't you dead?" "Because I'm not acting like prey. I'm not hiding. I'm not showing fear. I'm just, existing. To her, I'm either too weird to be food or not worth the energy to kill. Plus, I left some of my rations near the entrance, high protein, good stuff. Peace offering." A massive head emerged from the burrow, easily twice the size of the hunters. Ancient eyes studied Jake, then swept over the terrified Valkyrians. A low rumble emanated from the creature's chest. Jake nodded to it like greeting a neighbor. "Evening." The queen spine hunter regarded him for a moment longer, then retreated into her nest. "The hunters won't come near here now," Jake explained. "Rival packs don't invade each other's territories, especially not near a nest with a queen present. Safest place on this moon. We can sleep in shifts." "You." Kresha's scales had gone completely white with shock. "You made friends with an apex predator." "Not friends. Just reached an understanding." Jake settled down against the burrow entrance and closed his eyes. "Wake me in 4 hours." At dawn, when the extraction team arrived, they found all 5 team members alive and rested. The Valkyrians were still processing what had happened. As they boarded the shuttle, Sethrak turned to Jake. "Your species is insane. You know that, right?" Jake grinned. "Humans didn't claw our way to the top of Earth's food chain by being reasonable. We did it by being stubborn, adaptable, and just crazy enough to sleep next to the things that should eat us." Instructor Vexenar reviewed the mission footage 3 times, his mandibles clicking in disbelief. In 20 years of running the exercise, he'd never seen anything like it. The file was flagged and sent to the Galactic Council with a simple note: "Recommend updating threat assessment protocols. Human unpredictability may be their greatest survival advantage." In the Academy cafeteria that evening, Jake Morrison became a legend. The human who survived the night by befriending death itself. Other species whispered when he passed, a mixture of awe and primal fear. Jake just smiled and ate his dinner, already thinking about next semester's advanced combat course. After all, surviving was what humans did best.